All right, so let's begin the show. Good morning, friends. Thank you so much for joining us this beautiful Saturday morning. My name is Kanhaiya Jha, and on behalf of International College of Financial Planning, I welcome you everyone. Uh, our exclusive webinar is on Master Your Finances and Build Your Future, the CFP Certification Advantage. Please join us to welcome Mr. Rishi Narang, sir, as esteemed speaker for today with a Master of Management Studies specialization in finance from Mumbai University and over 16 years of experience in investment planning, research, and advisory. Rishi brings a wealth of knowledge and expertise. He has worked with leading asset managers, hedge fund, and wealth management companies, making him uniquely qualified to guide you on your journey to become a certified financial planner. Please join me to welcome Rishi Narang. Thank you so much, Rishi sir, for joining us. Now,
Thank you, Kanaya. Thank you so much, Kanaya, for the introduction. It sounds very good to hear about it, but we all are equal. It's all experience over the years that you learn on your own investments, on what happens within your friends, including you as one of them. So we've learned a lot and we'll take it collective. So thank you all for joining on this Saturday morning. 11:50, good time to start the presentation. So I'll just share it. So friends, the idea that I had today that what should I bring to you? One second. Yeah. So what I should bring to you, see, this investment journey, you all will have different experiences with your own respective investments. But what I've just tried to do is I've tried to bring in certain best practices, certain, what are the experiences, what are the myths, so that today when you go after the session, right, you should have some food for thought as to how you can, relook at your own investments and can you really improve it. And all this, and what I'm sharing today, friends, is just, I would say, a tip of the iceberg of what I have learned in the curriculum of the certified, being a certified financial planner myself. So just a little bit of, I would say, the tip of the iceberg, a food for thought, so that the takeaway you can use to channel check your own investment style, whether you're doing it correctly. And if you want to really learn this art, I call it an art or a science, right? You can call it, it's mathematics, it's also science, it is art, but this is very interesting. So let's begin. And I would also like you to, even put your comments in the chats wherever it is required. So firstly, friends, even before we talk about investments, investments is not there. Investment pehle kar diya, and then later on you think about insurances. That really does not work. So even before I'm putting any money to, let's say, to put even 500 rupees for investments, everybody, I would request that you should go and check the adequacy of the life insurance and the health insurances that you have. That is because we have had pretty bad experiences during the COVID era. In fact, just to let you know, day before yesterday, I got a call from one of my neighbors where she was mentioning they are an old couple. The husband had a problem and he was taken to one of the leading hospitals in Noida. 1 day of stay and couple of tests. She was handed a bill of 40,000. Now, the question she had for me was that why do you think, are we really missing something? I mean, are we really missing something, or have we not done it because this 40K, it's a big bill for me. I mean, I'm paying it, it's okay, but it is hitting me somewhere. So then on a light chat note, when I went to visit them in the evening once, I mean, the second day when when the husband was discharged from the hospital. So I told them, I said, I know that you have such a good house in the same society. I know you have two cars, but I think your health coverage is not sufficient or you don't have it. So, on a surprising note, they actually didn't have anything. When the husband was, working in a private organization, he had a sufficient health cover. He was at a senior position. But after that, he thought, "Arey, we have sufficient funds. We can always manage it." The children stay in the US. But the point is, they don't really have it. And it was it really pinched the lady this time when she had to pay the 40K bill. That is one of the basic things, friends. That, everything looks good till the breadwinner of the family is there. He is earning, the cash flow is coming, and things are moving. They're going in a very good fashion. But life is uncertain, health is uncertain. Health is wealth, we all understand, but we really don't follow, including me. So then the point is that it is also very costly. It hits you really, really badly when you hear about these things. So even before investments, I always advise my clients that we should check, or we should see what kind of health insurances or what kind of life insurance covers do we really have. Now, I want to ask you guys, what do you think is an ideal health cover? Do you think, as a question I'm putting it, do you think your health and life covers are sufficient at the moment? Do you feel so? If yes, very good. If no, you have to work on this. If yes, I again have a question for you. I again have a question for you. Mrunal says no. Mrunal, you need to work on this. This is very, very critical. Right. Raj, I also go to gym, but it's only like 10 days in January, and that's about it. So it's been like that as a practice. But Amit says, yes, I feel that I have sufficient health cover and life cover. Just to give you, friends, the thumb rule kind of a thing you can say. Of course, when you really study the CFP curriculum, we are going to teach you how do you compute mathematically the human life value. That is a mathematical process of finding the adequate adequacy of the covers. But as a thumb rule also, you can take it, you can see that, no, I'm telling you, as a thumb rule, that minimum, I'm saying, the life cover should be around 10 times of your annualized income, and the health cover should be minimum, I would say, around 2 to 3 times of your annualized income. So this is the minimum that I would say you should have. And I'm giving you just a thumb rule right now, right? When you come to the CFP curriculum, we will discuss the human life value. How do you really find, what is the adequacy of a cover? What is the insurance journey over the period for a client? So that all will be discussed. But right now, you can take this thumb rule and you can really check. But you should have this adequate, at least to this reasonable level. That's my request, and that is a best practice. Now let's come to investments. Now, every time, friends, I hear this thing, there are a lot of people who say, yeah, we understand your point that yes, we should make investments, but why? But the buy-in does not come really. The buy-in, friends, only comes in when I bring in certain points, certain experiences of life. Now, I am very, very categorically mentioning to you, friends, that investment is not gambling. Why is it gambling? When you know very clearly, if the advisor is very categorically telling you that equities has there's a and this is all historical, it's all data, it's all facts. This is not something. If the advisor is good, he's going to give you the right advice. He will tell you that equities are volatile. अभी क्या करें अगर वो उसकी एंड क्योंकि सेंटिमेंट्स पे बेस होता है. Understand the point, friends, that investing that you do, you say equities are bad. No, they're not bad. There is, it's its own वो अपना उसका nature है. There's and we have an empirical evidence which says that it is volatile. Now, what is, अब मेरे को कोई कहता है, now the point is, friends, stock markets, they are sentimental based. Who makes the sentiments? It is the humans. For let's say for the next 30 days, am I really the same? I'm not a machine. Some days I'm very, very happy and very positive. Some days I'm very bad. I'm very negative on things. That is what you see in the equity markets. It is all sentimental based because humans are investing their money. They are taking positions based on how the future outlook looks. And that is not constant. So the inherent nature of the equity markets, of the financial markets, is that they would be volatile at times, but we have to see from the long-term perspective. So investing is not really gambling anywhere. It's basically, see, try to understand. See, Delhi, Bangalore, I know, very, very traffic prone places, right? But do we stop driving? No. We do a controlled driving in Delhi, not more than 50, 60. That is the speed you will get. You will have to put in some brakes. There is a big, let's say, mess on the road. So you are getting late. Investing is like that. Be disciplined, have things on your under your control, do a little measured way. You will be successful, but it is a long-term process, not a short-term game, right? Let's now debunking some common investment myths. I'm sure everybody of you has had this at one point of your time in life. It might be when you've just started. I had this myth, that I have to, it's like that you need a lot of money to start investing. When I was 26, when I started my job, so the first salary I got, I thought, why do I save? Any which ways, it is nothing. But today I realized that if I would have started at 26, things would have been really different. Investing is not at all like gambling. You all know it very, very well. You have these, myths. Everybody has it. It is too late. At times I feel it's never too late to start investing. Whatever you're going to invest, whatever you're going to put in money today is going to be useful at one point of time in future. वो हिंदी में फ्रेंड्स एक कहावत होती है कि आम का पेड़, योर ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स हैव पुट इन अ मैंगो ट्री and you as a grandchild is taking the benefit of it. This is what you find, in the Indian society. We've seen this as a thing that, the wealth continues from one generation to the other. I'm sure the girls know this. Their mothers will show them, what gold they've got from their mothers, and how it has continued over the generation. So Indian families are very disciplined in terms of, transferring wealth from one generation to the other, right? And on that, if you really make it more in terms of putting money and keep it disciplined and for long term, you will really, really have a very good, very different life journey, financial journey over anybody else, right? So you can really get quick through investing. Not really the thing. You might, let's say you tell me that, I do active trading, or, I have a friend who's in a stock market, he gives me the right tips. भैया वो कितने साल चलेगा sir? He might give you excess returns in 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, but let's talk about the next 30, 40 years, right? And if, just to give you this point, yeah, I was reading a news that in Bombay there is one firm which just ran. There were 2 or 3 offices where they ran. I don't know. The name of the firm was not given. If the story is too glory, it's the next big thing. It is like the tulips of Amsterdam. Right. So why is the firm not putting the money? Why are they making you put your money in that? Does it really work? It if I know I can guarantee gold, right? So why will I give it? Why will I share the formula with anybody of you? Not like that, right? That is human nature, right? सबका भला नहीं हो रहा है यहाँ पे. So we have to question that, right? We have to question. So quick fix solutions. People who say we will give you 2x, 3x, please don't go into it. Let's be disciplined. Let's be realistic as to what the major asset classes and what returns in India have we got over the years. Right attitude to successful investing. Friends, delayed gratification. If I'm someone who is consuming everything when I get it, so I'll be maybe, I'll be very fat today, but I'll be very thin at one point of time in future because I will not have funds. I've not gone through the drill that was required, right? Most of us friends do not understand the impact of inflation. Inflation in India is a big factor. We cannot change our geography if our geography does not have crude oil, 70% more than that, even we import from outside. What do we do? Because we don't have oil, right? But we do have a lot of other positives. We have such a big agri economy, such a big population, the youngest population today, the fifth largest economy. So that is there. But inflation is a problem, and we as investors should address it. Not only know about it, friends, but we should be addressing it, right? Power of compounding. It's again that same thing that we have to be disciplined. I don't see if I invest in somewhere, I get returns. I should not consume it. I should try to keep it for the future. Being humble. Even if you are someone who's, let's say, getting a 14, 15% CAGR return every year and you've got it for the last 20 years, be humble, right? Because your objectives of life might have had, let's say, a kind of a fire policy that I will retire early. That's there. You are lucky you're getting it, but at least let's be humble on that. And recognize risks. Recognize risks of all asset classes, of all investments, of the financial markets. As I said, when I drive on the Delhi road, I have to be cautious compared to when I drive, let's say, from Delhi to Agra. because it's a highway, I can drive fast, but in Delhi, I have to be short. So we have to be very careful with the risks. It should not be overbearing to you. If risks are being overbearing, better you go and speak to your advisor. Just, and speak to your friends. They're going to give you a better sense. You can even come to me and I will advise you the right strategy. Friends, we've had these wrong attitudes at one point of time in life, and better we get them as soon as possible. Immediate rewards. Friends, at one point of time before 30s, it is good. But I'm saying, see, even if you are like 40s, 50s, you're earning very splendidly. You can, of course, keep a reasonable amount of, let's say a social status, but don't overbear it, because we all have to retire at one point of time. And after retirement, friends, there are a different host of issues that come in, medical, other things as well. Children don't staying together. It's a nuclear family these days. So all those things are there, but we should have money. That's one of the, and Indians parents, as just to let we tend to become dependent on our children. We should not. The world has changed now in India as well, like globally. Right? Money losing value is not a concern. It does not you because we as humans cannot see it today. So pata nahi chalta. Right? So let me go to the next slide, friends. Now, again, I was telling you about inflation, right? When I did my MBA 20 years back, not 2018, 18 years back, in fact, the cost was, I would say, one-fifth of what they're charging today. Right. So over the last 16 years, the MBA finance fee, that is, it's gone up 5 times. Right. So that is what we also have to look into account, because the money is losing value, and inflation, I told you, is an inherent problem in India. It will be. We import fuel. We in it say I can say we import inflation in India. Secondly, we all understand today. You all are aware that the world is facing a climate challenge, climate issues. We have floods at times when we don't require them. The climate has changed now. Early December in Delhi is not cold, it is reasonable, right? And right now it is too cold in Delhi. So the seasons have changed, and that impacts agriculture productivity. India has a huge population, right? So, and based on, and also on that, also, if you see the geography of the country, the north is cold, the middle and the south is hot. So then productivity impacts base of regional also happens, and it is being aggravated by the climate change and our infrastructure system, which is better at the moment, I would say, which has drastically improved over the last 2 decades, but it needs much more. It has to be more seamless, which is not at the moment. Right. So inflation is, by my point, it is going to be an inherent problem, and we should consider it when we are actually deciding our investment strategies, friends. Now, just to give you a brief about the asset classes, friends, the easiest and the most important aspect you remember is, when you talk about, let's say, the cash or the liquid. Now, friends, please understand, cash or a liquid, I would say, is not really something that I would like you to consider in your investment strategy. It is only and only, let's say, for, building an emergency fund. Now, each one of you should definitely go back home and think about it, that do you all as a family have an emergency fund available, which is, let's say, 3 to 6 months. I would say, I normally say take it 6 months. We should always be more adequate. We should have a margin of error over there. So roughly around 6 months of household expenses, 6 months of insurance expenses, and 6 months of, let's say, any other kind of a liability, but mostly I would say 6 months of household plus insurances is a good cover. So that should be near liquid or near liquid. You can keep it in, let's say, in FDs also these days, liquid mutual funds, and that an emergency fund is absolutely required when there is an uncertainty in the family. See, in private sector, I'll tell you very clearly, job losses happen, and it's not very negative. It happens. I mean, at times, even the best of the best resource can't work in a different organization because the culture, the work style is very different, right? So to manage those things in life, medical issues, some extra burden came in, child from the school, he comes, he says, I have to travel abroad. My point of time, it had happened when my parents could not send me to Germany. Right. But today you should have that kind of an adequacy with you, that if a child comes and he wants, the school is taking them abroad somewhere for a, let's say, a culture check or something, you should send them, but you should have that kind of a sufficient fund available. Now, coming to the major asset classes, friends, equities, yes, fixed income or debt securities and gold. See, now, if you ask me real estate, I would say one house is good enough. The real estate market ki speculation is over, friends. 2016 ke paise, before 2016, it was a speculative market. People made a lot of money. But now, trust me on this, friends, that real estate is not speculative as far as, I mean, I will say about these geographies I know, and one house or two houses for your whatever is required for your family. Let's say if you have, let's say, 10 people in your family, you're staying with, let's say, your parents and your brothers and sisters, then of course you need a bigger house, you need two houses, but whatever is adequate required is good enough. So that's why I say okay, fine, that is one thing that you have. But invest, taking loans and then buying commercial properties, residential properties, is the returns, the yield is not there. 2.5%, 3%. Real estate is only appreciated after the COVID impact, when employees were called back. But it's nothing. It's not that, it does not give a consistent return. So now coming to, and I would not even recommend to you Bitcoins at the moment, because I don't know your your risk appetite, your risk tolerance at the moment. And that is, again, it has its own limitations, and the limitations right now are more than the attractive appreciation I see at times. So coming largely to the equity, fixed income and gold is what I would say. And I said one house you can always build, that is required. But the Gen Zs also, I talk to them and they say, no, we don't require a house. We don't want to be fixated to one asset. We are moving. We would even like to move globally. So different, but and from people from my age, like 40s, of course, a house is something that you should have. But friends, typically what I've seen this every time, that people at times have seen they invest just basis of what the friend is telling, what the father, what their parents are, what their usually the father is telling, what their uncle is telling, what they have learned, what the spouse is telling. That's not the way. I'm telling you about these asset classes, right? But the investments in these asset classes for your requirements should happen, and the word is basically asset allocation. That asset allocation, friends, should only be when it is absolutely homogenized, it is mapped with the risk, with your particular risk profile. Or maybe the risk profile of the family. If you're married, you have kids, so the composite risk profile of the spouses together. Okay, fine. What does it look like? Because see, if I am someone who has just, and I've had it, I've burnt my fingers. This is my experience. Somebody, I remember when I started and I said, yeah, I will also invest. I opened my first trading account. So my friends came in, they were investing in the markets. They gave me a couple of stocks. I invested. Couple of days, it looked like, okay, fine, I'm getting some return, right? But the stocks were small, small caps, micro caps bhi the usme se. So I really lost money out of it. Was my risk appetite, was my tolerance there? No. I had a real bad experience, and I was like, no, equities for some time was negative for me. I said, no, I will not invest because in equities, because you had this issue. But did I really align my the my risk profiling, my risk tolerance with the asset allocation? Not really. So you should go back, look at how, are you a balanced investor? Are you someone who's aggressive? It's okay to be aggressive. It's not negative. But of course, if I have more challenges, I take more risks, I should also be okay with, and should be able to consume, digest the volatility that comes in between. Right. So aligning it with your risk profile and diversifying is most important, because we have seen, in 2008, I was in Bombay working in an organization. I remember the crash happened. We were invested in stocks, and the market crashed roughly by 50% in India. So if I would have been invested 100% in equities, and I had, let's say, a very major goal of life milestone coming in, I would have been in a serious problem, which I know some people have had. So we should be defensive. We should be allocating. Let's not put the English phrase which says, let's not put all eggs in one basket, is extremely, extremely important. Right. So let me go to the next slide. Now, friends, I just want to show you, this is, friends, a 30 year chart on the right side, which shows the performance of different asset classes over the last 30 years. So if you look at the bottom, what do you really see? You see that the inflation has remained roughly on an average around 6.3%. Now, if I have, I know people in within my family, within my friend circles who were initially only putting their money and keeping it in the savings account. Friends, 3%, 4% return. The money has lost value drastically. Can they recover? It is becomes too tough to recover back. Right. So with an average inflation historically, and I'm saying it is going to remain roughly 5 to 6% for the next 2 decades also, we have to be sure that we are investing properly. We are, adjusting the investment strategy based on this. Now, if you look at it, see, fixed income, the returns, let's say in an FD is roughly around 7.5%, right? PPF is okay on an average 8.4, but right now it is giving 7.5, 7.1 since the last so many years, right? Since 2020, if I have to put it, the government hasn't increased it. Right. So the only thing that I look at here, which is proving the message I was trying to give you today, is that equities have outperformed in terms of inflation, in terms of any other asset classes, which is like, the Sensex CAGR return is 14.3% positive, which means 14.3 annualized every year on an average return. And this incorporates, friends, the COVID period. This is basically the calendar year return. So the 2008 minus 50% the Sensex dropped down. I've seen, let's say 2001, the dot-com bubble, which the balloon actually burst. So this is going to continue. Humans are basically investors mostly, right? So we will have very positive sentiments. We will feel India is the best story, but tomorrow might not be. So we have to be working on that. We have to be disciplined. We have to see from the long term. From a long-term perspective, on the macro indicators, India's story is real. And you and all of us that we are sitting today here, including my parents, I tell them, we all are very lucky to see this kind of a scenario of how the economic milestones are being achieved and how India is really on a very dynamic economic trajectory, right? So we have to also, as I said, equities ke bina, guys, we cannot survive. Even just to let you know, even when retired people come to us for advice in terms of we've got, let's say, 2 crore rupees as a settlement amount, what do I do? So we guide them. The CFP curriculum has helped me learn the bucket strategy, whereby we guide the client that you also, being after retired, you also have to be invested in equity. So maybe the third bucket is something where it's the money you will require, let's say after 10, 15 years, I'm going to put this money in equities, but of course the blue chips and things. And when they asked this question, why, I said, why is inflation going to leave you? Okay, fine. I will not, I will not make it, I will not let the old people, senior citizens face the impact. Everybody is facing it. Our household budgets, my the cost of vegetables for a week now, it has gone 1400 rupees with the last bill that was shown to me. So it has gone exorbitantly, and we have to be prepared. We have to be invested, right? So be consistent in investments, have goals, be targeted, right? Have sufficient insurances, and if you have these basic elements in it, you should be good. The more, and as I was mentioning, this is just the tip of what I've learned when I completed my CFP in 2022. uh, and so I would now, friends, like to give you a little bit about understanding about the CFP curriculum, and where does International College of Financial Planning stand in imparting the knowledge of this certified financial planner program. Uh, yeah. So, friends, the CFP program, friends, is the gold standard when it comes to personal finance, right? So this program, friends, is recognized in 27 developed countries of the world. And if someone, let's say, completes his CFP certification in India, and he intends to, let's say, move abroad, so then he will have to give, let's say, if he wants to go to Singapore, he has to submit, let's say, the financial plan once more again, because there is a little requirement there, because the tax laws are different, right? So different geographies have different things, but if you've done it once, the movement to a different country would not be that difficult. in terms of remaining as a financial advisor. You can also operate in two markets, if I would put it that way. Why is this certification unique? Because see, it's not like, let's say a chartered accountancy whereby, a CA inter is not a CA, right? Because we all understand. In the case of CFP, even if I complete level one, I get a certification from the board, which is known as the FPSB board recognizes you as an investment planning specialist. Okay, as I said, the curriculum is gold standard when it comes to personal finance. Now, what is personal finance? Personal finance is all finance that I just explained to you. This is about what a person, how does an advisor, how can an advisor help, let's say, a person really manage his finances, really give him an end-to-end solution so that, he reaches those milestones, he is successful, he is very, very well planned as far as his finances is concerned, and he is financially independent. So this entire journey is what is the playground of an advisor, and you learn the art and the science of it when you study the CFP program. So, friends, typically it takes around 6 to 12 months to complete the program from start to end. I will delve into details in some time. Let me go to the next slide, please. The program eligibility, friends, this is an American course. They usually are not very stringent on this. They say that they are okay with anyone who's 10 plus 2 can join in. So a lot of you, if you are right now, let's say, studying in colleges, you're doing your graduation courses, it's the right time. If you feel that you want to really make a mark in the BFSI industry, which is banking, financial services, and insurance industry, it's a big sector in India today. You should be doing this program because this is going to give the right and the clear message to the recruiter, to the employer, people like me who take a lot of interviews, that yes, I'm here for a serious business, I want to make a big career in the BFSI space, and I have the right skill sets. Right. So the message goes stark and clear when I am a CFP along with my other curriculum courses that I've done. Now, just to give you a brief about the hard skills that we teach in the CFP curriculum, which are taught in the CFP curriculum, friends, there are 4 levels. For anyone who is, someone who is joining the regular pathway, friends, I will explain that, but just understand this point. What is the curriculum of CFP? There are 4 levels, and what are the modules? So let's look at level 1, which is investment planning specialist. Now we have 3 modules: personal financial management, second is investment planning and asset management, third is regulatory. So what is included in personal financial management? Friends, how do I really assess the financial position of a client, of any person? Okay, how do I really assess the net worth, right? Can I really mathematically define financial goals? Yes, I can do. Right? Can I really help the client manage his finances, prepare budgets? Yes, I can do. So this is what you will be trained here. How do I really help my clients manage their debt? At times we have people, they come with, they have 4 credit cards, they've just paid the minimum amount. So it's all messed up, right? And that is something where a CFP is a specialist to guide them to really come out of that mess and get on the path of becoming one fine day financially independent. The investment planning asset management, friends, I just briefly touched in my presentation today, is about the asset classes. What is the inherent nature of the asset classes? What are the investment products there? How do you really do asset allocation? Why is how do you do rebalancing? Why is rebalancing required? What is investment psychology? Because at one point of time, friends, advisors are also financial doctors. So if you have to be a doctor, you have to understand and you have to help the client, be on top of his psychology. They get worried when the markets fall. So we are there to guide them, to make them remember the one fine rule and the goal that they have in life. Okay, so BFSI, friends, is a regulatory industry where we have active regulators like RBI, SEBI, IRDA, PFRDA, and the likes. So what do we really require here is we are required to be compliant with all the regulations. And the CFP's curriculum incorporates these regulations, so that you are quite well aware when you join jobs. Coming to level two, level two, friends, of the CFP curriculum, which is known as the Retirement and Tax Planning Specialist certification, friends. We have retirement planning, which is itself a business out of it. I know so many advisors who only do retirement planning. So basically, they come, they guide clients both during the accumulation strategy. How do you really prepare well for, for your for having for having a sufficient, adequate retirement corpus, and what is the retirement corpus adequacy? Again, you will learn, mathematically, how do you really ensure that you are on a probability, you are on a very high note in terms of that I have really planned very well for you. Then all about the major, all the, in fact, not major, but all the entire umbrella of retirement products which are available in India, which one person can really use to accumulate, and which are also tax efficient. So this all is also going to come to you. Second is, friends, tax planning, which is about all the five heads of income. Now, I would very clearly tell you that this is, we in the CFP curriculum, we don't really go as deep as you would find in the CA curriculum, right? Because up to a certain level is good enough. And of course, and the curriculum, very clearly we say that if you want, you can always link with a CA to get, let's say somebody wants a suggestion or advice on NRI taxation. If you're not the best, no problem, you can always, but you can always have this kind of a practice. So you will learn about all the five heads of income. Especially most important for us to know is about the income from salary and the capital gains. Investments, when you do investments, there is an impact of capital gains. How do we really help our clients? That all will guide you. Capital gains will make you the best. Now comes level three, friends, which is risk and estate planning specialist, friends. We have risk planning is basically insurance adequacy. How do you really compute the human life value? What are the various insurance products available? What is cash value, surrender value, all of that. And basically designing an insurance strategy for your client, helping him with mapping out the gaps in terms of, let's say, if he requires a professional indemnity policy, you have to guide him to that. There's a business that they run, they need some they need some insurances to protect themselves in terms of their trademarks, their liabilities. We have to guide them. So there are a lot of things you will learn here. The curriculum is very, very vast and is comprehensive, I would put it, in terms of addressing all these typical questions that we get at times. Succession planning, friends, is again unique to the CFP curriculum, because the point is, see, as people who, all of us have made investments, we've made assets over our life, houses and all, and if we leave it just like that, I call it, it's a this is something which is not acceptable to me. That might be my bias. So I say it's a disservice to the family, because it if it leads to disputes, why not settle it? And we will train you on how this can be made seamless in terms of what is the right way of drafting a will. How can you help your clients draft a will? What points should be there? Can you help the client in terms of different strategies, like setting up a private trust? How does it happen? Where is it required? We will guide you. The curriculum does it. Then how can you really go for a gifting to address this estate planning concerns? So various vehicles. How can really that end goal of providing the next generations with things in a seamless manner with this, despite disputes, is all covered in the level three, right? And you of course get a certificate for that individually, which is known as risk and estate planning specialist certificate. Now, friends, when it comes to the final level, friends, there are two aspects to it. One is you have to submit a 360-degree holistic financial plan to the board. Now, this activity, friends, is a unique thing in the curriculum, whereby it actually, you are actually going to set up something. You will in terms of, it looks like an actual life project that you're working on, and you're trying to really improve the financial metrics of your client. So this is beautiful in the final curriculum, but for that you have to clear the three levels first before you get it. And in the final level, along with the financial plan construction submission, there is a 3-hour final exam which has to be completed, which has a case study. of a client and the different financial aspects, and how do you really guide him to success to become financially independent. So this is the hard skills. Friends, the curriculum is not ending only at the hard skills. I have very categorically explained to you that, when I did my MBA finance, I went into research, right? So clients used to be abroad. I didn't really have, much of human interaction. It used to be only on Zooms and things at that point. But the thing is, being a financial advisor for yourself, for your near ones, as well as, let's say, for your clients, we are, as I said, it is financial doctor, and doctors also need to know the psychology. They should have a good human side to them. So the CFP curriculum also guides you, friends, in terms of, that you have to be appreciative to clients. You have to develop the skills of empathetic listening skills that is required. Critical thinking is required. Even if there is someone who I don't like, I hate him. My neighbor, let's say I'm not very good on good terms with him, but if he comes to me with this aspect that he wants a financial plan or he wants my advice, I will be objective. And why will I be objective? Because of the reasons. I'll tell you what it is. There are practice standards that we have to follow as CFPs. There are practice standards, there are rules of conduct that we have to follow, right? There are 7 ethics, friends, that we have to follow. And I have to be fiduciary, which means I have to be client first. So these, when we learn about these, practice standards, rules of conducts, ethics. So the idea of the board globally is that, one CFP should not be too different from the other CFP as far as these things are concerned, right? So then the idea is to have getting for a client to get a similar serviceability in terms of, the investment advice and the financial plan advice and construction, whatever is required, right? So this essential soft skills are something that we will discuss here in the curriculum, which, and there are a lot of things I learned the first time, because this was not part of my MBA curriculum, because the focus is not too much on the human side and investment psychology. What are the career opportunities, friends? Friends, you all can go into wealth management, you can go into private banking, you can even become investment advisors yourself, open your own advisory firms, you can get into portfolio management, you can get into with asset management companies, life insurance companies. And just to let you know, friends, I got a mail yesterday from the FPSB board. One second. Yes. So I got a mail from the FPSB board yesterday, which very categorically mentioned that now CFPs can, they can, there is something known as a National Center of Financial Education, for National Center for Financial Education, NCFE. So the CFPs can now register themselves as financial education trainers, get empaneled, and align with them. And because this organization has been set up by all the leading banks in India to, to transit, to communicate the financial education to corporates, to schools, to, to a variety of audiences. And CFPs can also empanel themselves. So it again opens a door. Why don't people can certainly become financial trainers, personal finance trainers. It does not really require you to be, committing to something. So you can only be a trainer. And training these days, friends, soft skills is a big in thing in the market. We are told at so many times to, join these courses, but at times we also don't have time. So again, a new career that has come yesterday, and the notification came in, so I thought I will certainly update you on this. Now, why, once you've decided to, that yes, I want to do the CFP certification, why should you join the International College of Financial Planning? Friends, ICOFP is the first and the largest education partner of FPSP. In fact, just to let you know, friends, that International College of Financial Planning brought in the concept of CFP in India. It was not there. This was brought in 2002, when a need was realized that yes, we need specialist advisors on personal finance, which was not there. We always had chartered accountants, we had insurance advisors, but not something on the entire gamut of this show, right? So ICFP brought it addressed it that yes, this is a need and it should be served, and we are the ones who have been serving it right from 2002. Most experienced qualified CFP faculties, friends, we have 35 faculties who are training on different modules, different aspects of CFP, friends. And just to let you know, our combined experience in CFP teaching is more than 75 years. So you and one more thing that I would like to add here is that our dean, Miss Madhusina, has been, one of the directors at one point of time of the FPSB board, which is the parent board. So it shows the kind of credibility that we come with. Highest number of CFP certificates are from ICFP. You can always check them. You can speak to them. And our record has been consistent for the last 21 years. Friends, this is a list of a few of our staff faculties that we have. We have the best of the best who have been, people who are really, really, they have spent years and decades, in fact, I would say, in the respective industries. They have been active financial advisors, planners, lawyers, and chartered accountants practicing. So the faculties guide you to really bring the best, and which you will get here. In fact, friends, just to let you know an update that the ICOFP Dean, Ms. Madhusina, was awarded by the parent board, which is FPSP, that as the Educator of the Year for 2023-24. So this is the kind of credibility that we bring to you for your success and for your future as a great career. Now, study options, friends. At the moment, friends, we are ICFP is the curriculum is being done virtually, which is on Zoom. So, friends, as I'm told, you have the option of going for the weekday batches as well as the weekends. The classes happen in the evenings because we understand that you all are professionals or you have other activities during the daytime. You will also get access to the state-of-the-art learning management system of ICFP so that you have the recordings there if you're not able to attend the sessions. Friends, the other aspect of it is that if someone today comes and says that I cannot really commit on a time based on the busy schedule, then there is another option which is known as the e-learning, whereby you will get access to pre-recorded videos, but these videos are again from the same faculties, only that they have been recorded in a studio format, right? And you, of course, you get access to all the other host of, things for your disposal on the learning management system. India's most comprehensive CFP study material is provided by the International College of Financial Planning. In fact, friends, just to let you know, the curriculum, the Indianized curriculum of it was developed in this very space of ICFP, because see, the US curriculum was brought in initially, but then it was seen that that does not really resonate with the Indian markets, with how the current stage of the Indian market. So this curriculum, the Indianization of it was done at ICOFP. Right. So this was a big thing that was activity that was supposed to be done. And ICFP took the leadership that, yes, if we have brought it in India today, we will customize it for the benefit of the society. You also get access to concept books, workbooks. Friends, as I mentioned already about the learning management system, you get access to, module notes, online mock tests. Also, weekly doubt sessions also happen. And at the end, when you are appearing for exam doubt sessions also happens, friends. The faculties give you a lot of assignments. And just to let you know, industry first that we've done is that ICFP provides, personalized mentors at level 1 and level 4. So that is like, you are getting someone to handhold you to success. So that's the kind of, learning plan that we have here, and the teaching idea that we have brought in. And this is really working very well. It is helping clients to get motivated, to become confident, to quickly become certified financial planners and do great in their respective areas. Friends, just to now give you a sense of the fee. Now, friends, the fee is divided between two One is the FPSB board fee, and second is the ICFP fee. So here, friends, on this slide, if you look at it, I am discussing here the FPSB board fee. And this is, if you see the yellow mark here, yellow highlight, it says the regular pathway. Now, the regular pathway means someone who is, let's say, 12th pass or a graduate, right? And he has to appear for 4 levels and to complete the CFP certification. So friends, the FPSB board charges a registration fee of 18,000 rupees. Then they also mandate that ebooks have to be purchased, which is, you don't have to pay the 32,500 in together. You will have to pay it as step by step. So let's say level one ebook fee of 6,500 rupees has to be paid, and then you can appear for the exam. For the final level, friends, the fee is 13,000 rupees. Then comes, as you all understand, that we have to clear exams also when we study the CFP curriculum. So the exam fee, again, step by step, it is 6,750 for level 1 to level 3, and the final is 13,000 rupees. Friends, I was mentioning to you that in the CFP final level, you have a financial plan assessment. The fee for that is 10,500, which has to be submitted. And friends, just to also let you know that these specialist certificates that are supposed to be issued for all the 3 levels combined, the board charges a fee of 10,500 rupees. Okay. Let me now give you a little sense of things that I was mentioning, that there is another pathway, friends, which is known as the fast track pathway, where someone who has the requisite education and the experience, right? So they can join the fast track pathway, and then they can. And what is the advantage there? The advantage is that you don't have to appear for the examinations of level 1, 2, and 3. You will only appear for the examination of level 4, which is CFP final, and submit the financial plan to the board that I just discussed. Friends, the education eligibility there is that you can be a master's in any stream, you can be a chartered accountant, someone who is also, let's say, a CPA, CFA, CMA, ACCA, someone who's a postgrad, let's say, in economics, commerce, can join this program, CFP program, via the fast track route and complete it within the 4 to 6 months. When I was mentioning this thing to you, friends, that that when I said that you don't have to appear for 3 levels, but of course the training will be imparted to you, because the almost all the training that is required, of course, it's not going to be too detailed. We'll keep it curated up to an extent that you require to sufficiently clear your final exams. Okay, so along with in the eligibility, friends, along with the education, you require minimum 3 years of experience in the BFSI. So if someone who does not have this experience, so he will have to go with the regular pathway. But if you have it, I would say this is the best time to join the fast track pathway and complete your certification, because when I went for my certification, we did not have this fast track scheme. I was eligible, but I did not have it, so I could not get the benefit of it. Right. So I would also like to highlight here, friends, some of the USPs of the fast track program of ICFP, friends. Uh, ICFP provides 52 hours of preparation that I was mentioning about the various modules. After that, friends, they also handhold you for the financial plan construction, which is done directly from from Dean Miss Madhusina. She oversees the financial plan construction activity and handholds the candidates. Friends, we also provide mentors. So mentors are provided in the final level to handhold you, to see that you are understanding everything and you are able to solve your doubts at the moment you have it. Right? Mock tests are there, doubt clearing sessions. So there's a lot of activities. It's been very well planned and being managed. And people who want to take an advantage, they should, because as I mentioned, at my time, it was they discontinued it for a reason. Now it is there in, so you should take the benefit of it. For the fast track pathway, friends, the fee of the FPSB board is, there is a validation fee of 5,000 rupees. Then there is a registration plus FPSB content fee of 34,000 rupees, friends. there is a financial plan assessment fee of 10,500, which is similar to the regular pathway, and the final exam fee again 13,000, which is similar to that. Friends, the CFP certification, once someone completes the he is let's say he's cleared his final exam and he has got his plan approved from the board, then he has to get the CFP certification. For this, he has to pay 10,500 rupees annually. Now, friends, coming to the fee ICFP is going to charge you. If you look at it, friends, for the virtual learning, which means that the faculties are going to come on Zoom and train you for 4 levels, the total fee on a combined basis is 80,000. But if you go for the 4-in-1 study plan of ICFP, the combined fee is only 60,000 rupees. Coming to the e-learning, friends, on a combined basis, it comes to 60,000 for providing the pre-recorded sessions, recordings for all the modules of CFP program. But if you go for a 4-in-1 study package today, the fee is 45,000 rupees. Friends, the fee for the fast track pathway is, I gave you a sense of it. What all do we cover? The fee for that is 35,000 rupees, but it requires eligibility in terms of education and experience, right? So you can book your seat by paying 10,000 rupees, and the counselors can take it from there. You can hold your seat today. Now, friends, since you've joined in today, I would like to tell you about the host of the benefits that we want to provide. Since you've joined it, it's a webinar offer. The webinar offer, friends, firstly is that if someone clears the CFP through the regular pathway, then the first year's certification fee of 10,500 will be bared by ICOFP. So you have to pay it, but you can always claim it back from us. But this is for people who intend to join us today for the regular pathway and they complete their CFP, and so we will bear the final certification fee. The right side certificate is mine, which is you can look at it. This is the way they give it, which you can always print it and keep it. This is a great milestone that one can achieve. Okay. The other offer for the day is friends, that we are offering a flat 10% discount across the virtual pathway, the e-learning or the fast track mode if you come and join today. Friends, also to let you know, I was discussing with you the content fee that we have to buy from FPSP. So we will offer you today in the webinar. I mean, this is an offer for today, which is that you will get discount coupons of 16,250 for the regular pathway, so that your content fee also becomes 50%. Along with it, friends, we are also offering two other standalone programs that we have. We charge our clients 5,000 rupees each, but we are giving these two worth 10,000 rupees also in the offer, which is NIS in 5 ways, so that someone can also, one of you can, in the process, you can even start, as a mutual fund advisor. And uh, also, we are giving you 7 hours of premium recorded lectures for learning stock market investing, right? So it is a very, very good offer, friends. You should take a benefit of it. Now, to sum it up, friends, for a regular pathway, the total benefit, friends, that comes is roughly around 32,000 if you clinch this offer today. Also, friends, just to let you know, when I was mentioning about the fee, you can pay the down payment, and after that, you can also get the rest of the amount. You can get a loan for it. You can get it financed at 0% interest, and you can pay the balance in 6 easy EMIs through our NBFC partners. So this is what I've already explained to you about the 0% interest 6 easy EMIs, and the regular pathway offer today. Total you get is 32K. Friends, you can call the counselors of ICFP at 9711437779. And so I end my presentation today here, friends. We are open for questions. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Rishi. Friends, you have any question, you can raise your hand and I'll unmute you one by one. Just to inform you that our weekend batch starting from tomorrow, the orientation is scheduled on Sunday tomorrow. In case if you are interested, you can enroll today. You can call on this number 9711 Please show your certificate. One student is showing the certificate. So Rishi, if you can go to the slide. Yeah, this is the certificate. For certificate, the fast track, how much will be the fee? The fee will be uh, the training fee will be 31,400 rupees. Kisan, please correct me if I'm wrong. Rishi, if you can go to the fee wala slide, the MBSB fee slide.
31,500 as per the today offer.
Right. This is the total fee that you have to pay step by step to the FBSV board. So at the time of registration, so the first thing is you have to pay 5,000 rupees to check your eligibility, whether you are eligible for the fast track or not. But this is also, I have to mention that this 5,000 rupees, in case if you are not eligible, this will be managed with your regular pathway. So in case, let's say you have submitted your documents and experience certificate, and the board said you are not eligible, then this 5,000 rupees they can accommodate in your regular pathway fee. Then there's a fee 34,000 rupees, which is the combination of registration plus BSB content fee. Then there's a financial plan assessment. There you have to pay 10,500 rupees. Then once you pass your CFP, no, before that, the CFP final exam, you have to pay 13,000 rupees. And once you pass your CFP certification, to get your certification, you have to pay 10,500 rupees. This is the total fee that you have to pay to the board.
Kanaya, we can now take questions in the chat.
Yes, yes.
Just
I'm taking questions from the chat only.
okay. Okay.
The certificates, your certificate will be valid for 1 year, but the good thing is you don't have to pay amount to renew your certificate. Sorry, you don't have to give any examination to renew your certificate. There is a 15 CPD point you need to get through attending the webinar, and there are a couple of ways you can get your CPD points. And the 10,500 rupees is the renewal fee. Lokesh ji, we cannot mail the slide, but yes, this PPT will be available on the YouTube by Monday. The recording will be available on YouTube, so you can get the content from there. What is the difference between CFA, CFP, and why choose CFP over CFA? Surya ji, see the when we talk about the CFA, it is more of corporate finance. You learn everything about the equity research, uh, then portfolio management, and all those things. Side, this is all towards your corporate finance. That means you are working in a corporate and doing this for a company. But when it's come to CFP, you are actually dealing with the personal finance. Meaning to say, if you are a CFP, you are dealing with my manage or someone else manage. So this is the basic difference between CFA and CFPs.
And just to add here, as Kanaya rightly mentioned, there these are completely different things. So just to let you know, let's say if I have joined MBA, right, and after that I want to go in finance, and the other one, my friend wants to go, let's say, in marketing. So they're complete, though of course both of these are aligned within the same organizations, but different. So CFA is more towards corporate finance. You want to help in terms of managing investments of investors indirectly there. But here it is more of personal finance in terms of that you are using the same investment products which are which are provided by the manufacturers, but you're doing it on a one-to-one fashion. You're looking at the personal finance there. At times, I used to write reports on stocks, right? So that is complete different corporate side, and that is not a gold standard. So the both of them, friends, are gold standards, but for their respective domains. CFP is a gold standard for personal finance. CFA is for the corporate finance. That's the difference. So you have to decide if you feel that you want to really make a very good career out of in the BFSI space of India, which is one of the most fastest growing sectors. CFP is something that you should consider.
Ridhma is asking, sorry, Ridham Maheshwari asking, will ISOP help me getting placement? Definitely, we will help you get the placement. And even we will take your guarantee the moment you pass your CFP certification, we will place you with a salary, minimum salary of 6 lakh rupees for fresher. Those who are experienced, the salary will be discussed during the interview. And by the way, when you pass level one or two, just the level one and two, we get jobs from different companies every day. That we need people who have at least completed level one or two. So during a program, you can we can also accommodate you with any different companies.
Rushikesh Rana says, I'm a mutual fund distributor. Is this course necessary for me? See, Rushikesh, I'm sure you're aware that, over the years, SEBI has tightened the commissions, right, as far as mutual funds are concerned. So I'm sure right now you're only using mutual funds as an investment strategy making investment tool. There's a whole universe available in India today. Plus, there's a lot of things which are developing. The GIFT City is coming, alternates, AIFs are there. So, how do you really get the technical knowledge on those things? The only way you can get it is when you join the CFP certification, because it's going to help you become a specialist in retirement advisory, specialist in, let's say, risk profiling, specialist in, let's say, guiding, advising clients on succession planning, on insurance, coverages and all. So you will, from just being a mutual fund distributor and only using mutual funds to address every kind of an investment concern and goal, the umbrella increases, the knowledge increases, the technical skills increases, and your advisory to a client you can now give end to end. That is what is so I would say value add ho jata hai sir. Can you please elaborate more, Sudhir? If you are a fresher, I gave you a sense that there are a lot of opportunities in the BFSI space across insurance, banks, brokerages, advisors, AMCs, portfolio managers, and things. And if, let's say, I even gave you a sense that you can also empanel yourself as a financial trainer. Training these days, financial training is becoming a big business in India, because every corporate that I go, I find a lot of people are only doing the same FTs. They are helping the banks to grow, but they are themselves not growing. Right. So then that again is a big career. If you think that I'm right now 50s or I'm nearing retirement, I feel that I should do something on my own. Advisory plus being a trainer is, I think, a best proposition.
Can you please take Rishi another question? Vijay ji is asking.
Yes.
Okay, the fee. I'll tell you the fee. Uh, the board fee altogether for fast track will be 73,000 rupees, and the 31,500 for the training. So this is around 1 lakh rupees for the complete fee for fast track pathway. For regular pathway, the fee is 1 lakh 15,000 rupees. But here we will also help you with the coupon, which you will apply to get 50% discount on the FBSB content fee. So your idle fee for the board will be around 1 lakh rupees, less than 1 lakh rupees. And then based on your learning mode, if you are going with the virtual class, the fee is 60,000 rupees, but today you will get it at 54,000 rupees. For e-learning, the fee is 45,000 rupees, but again, the 10% discount will apply. So 41,500 rupees. So you will be completing your CFP less than 1.5 lakh rupees.
Abhijit is asking, Abhijit, I want to know if anyone does not qualify. No, you can always give the exam again. So the level 1, level 2, level 3 exams happen every month in the third week of the month. And the final exam happens 6 times in a year. So you can always give it again. But I hope once you join, we are going to train you so that you clear it in one go. Brunel is
Okay,
asking a yes.
Amit there is no coupon for the fast track pathway. Yeah, Rishi, please continue.
Yes. Mrunal Parekh is team. I'm Mrunal Parekh, 44, last 22 years working, primarily working as retail banker, done MBA information system. Grade is AVP, role is branch head. If you're working today, friend, I think you're saying that you're working at an AVP role today in a bank, right? If that's the case, typically just to give you a sense, Mrunal, as far as I've seen in Bajaj Capital, most of the leaders who are brought in the leadership roles are ones who are either CFPs or they are requested to become CFPs. So that is the kind of a thing that AVP again is a very good role, but if you want to really become the leader of leadership at one of the domains within your organization, you need these credentials. You need these global credentials, and if it's a private bank, definitely they're going to appreciate it too much. Uh, CTC hike, I can't really say, but that can definitely take you to a fast trajectory of growth. Uh, I would
Yeah,
like
Rishi, there are a couple of questions in the
yes.
chat also.
Uh,
You want to take this
whose
question?
question?
Abhijit is asking, exams are online or need to visit any center?
You can, Abhijit, you have both the options. You can do it online or you can go at the NISM center. So the FPSP board has a tie-up with the NISM centers where a candidate can go and give the exam, of course, on their system, but at the center. Rajiv Kumar is asking, how can one pursue training as a profession in financial space? Now, Rajiv, I mean, training, if you mean, I mean, I don't understand exactly what training are you saying. If you're saying that after CFP, how do I really train myself in this space? One is you get a job. Second is we can also help you. Just to let you know, the parent organization of ICFP employs around 50 or 60 CFPs. So you can always get yourself under an internship with them, and the board is pretty okay with it. That this kind of arrangement can also be managed from ICFP's end. Abroad to take jobs or business. Sorry, I missed if answered. Okay, Sunand Kapila, abroad के लिए, if you want to see, if you are advising NRI sitting in India, that is allowed, that you can do, but you will only have to see from a little bit of the taxation side that they are paying adequate taxes at their home end also. The second thing is, if let's say you want to move geography wise, Asia Pac it is pretty, I would say, flexible now within the Asia Pac. Let's say if you want to move to Singapore, Thailand, you want to move to Australia. But if you want to move to, let's say, US or UK, there I think you have to give the final exam once more. So that depends. You can discuss one-on-one in terms of which geography you are trying to address, and we can always come back to you on that. Najim, banker, 66 currently working as relationship manager. Uh, BCA degree and certification in IRDA. Najim, what I would request is you should just get in touch with the number 9711 4443 7779, because one of my counselors will guide you. I think they'll just ask you to get your resume and just get it verified. Uh, Abhishek Shaw, working as a PSF now in Bajaj Finserv. Absolutely, absolutely. Because Abhishek, see, you are going to give the message to Bajaj Finserv or any of, let's say, any of these organizations that you are here for a serious career. You have done this certification. You are trying to bring in technical qualities over there. I think it really works. I think I'm seeing it is working with a lot of our candidates, successful candidates, and should be in your case as well. Absolutely, NBFC may have. Abhishek, it is a good choice right now. I think just get it checked. Tell me about internship, articleship, Harshit. It depends. If you do not have 3 years of certification, see, one is you have 3 years of experience working in BFSI, then you don't need any articleship. But if you do not have it, then you need a 1 year of supervised articleship under a practicing CFP. Right now, I have two, research assistants with me who are doing the same thing. And as I was mentioning, our parent organization has more than 50 CFPs. Of course, you can Uh, of course, and also, you don't have to, the board is also has become flexible in the sense that a person can also work 1 year articleship on a hybrid basis also. It's not required that you have to be in my office all the time.
Couple of Rishi, we have to take some questions from
Yes.
Sunand Kapilaji. You can unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. The same question I had. Like, I'm currently doing a mutual fund distribution. Secondly, I was also doing this stockbroking as well. So, but since long I had a dream of doing this. But last in 2019, I joined it. But in between, after first level, I stopped it and I didn't. So few days back, I again thought of continuing it, and I came to know that there is a fast pathways in which we have to only give the last thing. So just the question is like, if I am like continuing this financial advisory and everything, like as independently, so how will it will be helpful after I complete the CFP? So will I be able to then again sell that products, or I because I have last time what I learned that we cannot sell that products like insurance, the stock broking or mutual funds after we become CFP if we run our own practice.
No, 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 Sunand, there is a confusion there. That is not possible when you register yourself as an RIA under SEBI. But if I do a CFP, I'm doing it for my own education and value addition. I can always continue with my practice, but that was why I was mentioning to one of the earlier. I think some distributor was asking me that that this is going to help you to expand your base, mine your clients, give them an end-to-end solution. I don't really have to stop my business once I complete my CFP. In fact, we have many who are actually right now, they've become aggressive in expansion, right? So that is only that you've heard something right, but that is only when you want to become a fee-based advisor, and for that you need to register yourself as a registered investment advisor under SEBI, not before that.
So for that registered investment advisor, this exam is all valid, or we have to give that some two exams are there under NSIM. We have to
10A,
complete
you
both
have
of
to
them.
give 10A, you have to give 10A, 10B, but just to let you know, the registered investment advisor was not a very good, what not a very, I would say attractive proposition for, until some months back. They have recently relaxed couple of elements, but I still feel for building for building, let's say, a fee-based advisory, it takes time. It takes, let's say, 2 to 3 years lagta hai. So at times people say, no, we don't have so much time. We want to really do business right from day one. And for that, of course, this model of becoming an MFD and then starting off, let's say, insurances and getting yourself empaneled with PFRDA, that is a better way for start of it.
Okay.
Sanyam was asking me about the fast track pathway. Sanyam, we give you roughly around 52 to 55 hours of module training, which is going to happen with the faculties there in the session live face to face, like I am right now. Along with it, it's not recorded. Along with it, of course, if you want to, let's say, for the investment planning specialist, I'm spending, let's say, 10 to 12 hours here with you, which means 6 sessions. But if you want to learn more, then you will be given access. Of course, the access is given by default on the learning management system of the regular pathway, so that you can go and see all the videos of if you want to really deep dive. At times, the course that we have prepared is curated for the fast track so much that you don't really require to deep dive so much. But of course, for knowledge, you can do, right? And timeline of classes, as I was mentioning, timeline means, I mean, it happens on the weekends, from on Saturday evening and Sunday morning. So 4 hours per week. Rhythm, Mahesh, you're saying non-finance background. No, certainly it's not difficult at all. In fact, just to let you know, this time in December, we had 16 people who became CFPs. I think five of them are engineers. They are IT engineers, but because we all understand that IT is facing a slowdown at the moment, and so people are, they are preparing their plan Bs. So we had out of them, at least I know three or four of them who are all from Bangalore, and they all are IT, working in TCS, Wipro, Infosys of the worlds, but they have completed their CFP. So I need you, if you have good logic and you are, and I don't need much. I only need that your dedication to study. If this is required, you have to study, let's say 1 to 2 hours on a daily basis. I think that should suffice. So I don't really require a finance background, but I need logic and I need your dedication to study for let's say 6 months to 1 year.
Vijay Prasad ji is asking, can CFP become part-time faculty in ISFP? Yes, Vijay ji, we can definitely do your assessment if you are from education background, if you have a teaching experience along with your CFP.
Harshit, just to let you know, can we start articleship? नहीं, articleship आप first के बाद वैसे आप कर सकते हैं, but for that 1 year experience, that will only come. 1 year has to be after you complete your the final exam. Is SEBI considers a financial planner? See, just to let you know, this has been a discussion for quite some time that the proposal is already with SEBI. They have to take a decision that when somebody becomes a CFP, like I just told you right now, how CFPs can directly become impaneled as financial trainers. Similarly, the FPSB board has provided this proposal is with SEBI that once someone becomes CFP, he should directly get a license to operate as an advisor. It's not required that you have to do 10A, 10B, you have to register yourself as an RIA. You should directly be impaneled as an advisor because you have you have been qualified technically, right? So that is there, but it is still in the works. When does that happen? I don't know, but yes, this is a possibility that it's in the same direction that SEBI does realize that we need very good advisors. We need more financial advisors. This financial literacy has to be there. Otherwise, though Indians are becoming, they're earning good salaries and packages, but they're not really turning wealthy. There are a lot of things. There's a big gap in between. Harshit, I don't know at the moment. The proposal is there with SEBI. I think only the SEBI chairman can comment about it. But see, no, that is there. But Harshit, it is in the direction because the board right now feels and as you've seen that in the RIA space also they've brought in a lot of flexibility right now, right? So we don't have to be postgrads, which was there let's say 6 months back. Now a graduate can also apply for becoming an RIA, but he has to, of course, clear the 10 and 10Bs. So they are bringing in some flexibility. I am pretty hopeful. Let's see how it goes.
Abhijit D is asking, I want to know that if anyone does not qualify for the exam in first chance, is there any option to give the exam? Yes, you can give the exam. You have a 5-year timeline. You have to pay you just have to pay the examination fee, that is 6,500 rupees, and you can reappear for the exam. That's not a big deal. Sunand Kapila ji is asking, is that certificate valid abroad to take jobs or business? Rishi, would you like to take
Tanay, I've
this?
already answered these queries. I've already answered before.
So great. So I cannot see any question unanswered, or neither I can see yes one raised hand. So we will take this question and then we will wind up the session. Brijesh ji, you can unmute yourself. Brijesh Parekh ji, yes, please go ahead. Sir, we cannot hear you.
Yeah, very good afternoon, sir. Mronal Parekh this side from Rajkot. Thank you very much for this wonderful webinar, sir. And just could you please guide about the Australian taxation, some kind of inclusion in the courseware? Yeah.
Can you just repeat your question? Sorry, I missed the last line.
Yes, sir. Very good afternoon. Thank you very much for your wonderful webinar, sir. Can you please help to just to give idea about taxation about particularly inclusion of Australian taxation or any other global taxation in the curriculum or any this thing like, yeah. Thank you.
नहीं, right now तो Mrunal ji, the CFP curriculum of India is only covering it is covering the Indian taxation system. It is also covering some aspects of of IFRS and GAAP as well, because that is also something that as advisors we should be aware of. But if you're asking me categorically about Australian taxation system, so that is not there. But what we can do is I can just check with the board once, because typically what I was told is that they are in an alliance with the Australian Financial Planning Board, whereby someone who's done with their Indian CFP can also, let's say, sit here, give one or two of the exams, and also become certified as a practitioner in Australia. So more on that, of course, I can. Krishan, can you just take this query? We'll come back to you, sir. Once, let's check with the board what is the update on it.
Sure, sir.
And then we can give you a complete plan of how you can then become a practitioner both in India and Australia.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. Lot of thanks.
Yeah, Mrunalji, you can ask your question.
Kanaya, Mrunal has already asked. I think it was Brijesh who wanted to ask the next question, maybe.
Okay. Great. So, Rishi, it's time to wind up the session now. And thank you so much. First of all, thank you so much to Rishi for accepting this invitation for this webinar. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today on
Thanks a lot.
weekend
Yeah.
time.
Thank you, Kanaya. Thank you,
Rishi,
Krishan.
thanks
And
everyone.
thank you so much for joining. Make the best decision. Career advancements are the things that are required these days. I think 5 years, 6 years is the maximum before you have to land into another, career progression in your life, and keep doing that. Take the best decision, and you have a good host of offers today. Take the advantage of it. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.